Saint of the Day. May 1st. Saint Joseph the Worker. Spouse of the Blessed Virgin Mary, Prince and Patron of the Universal Church. Born, 3938 BC. Nazareth. Died, 2122 AD. Nazareth. Venerated in all Christian denominations which venerate saints. Feast, May 1st. Patronage. Catholic Church, unborn children, fathers, immigrants, workers, employment, explorer, pilgrims, traveler, carpenters, realtors, against doubt and hesitation, and of a happy death, Belgium, from the state of Ceará and the city of Macapá in Brazil, Canada, Croatia, Korea, Indonesia, Zapotlan in Mexico, Vietnam, Tagbilaran City, Bohol, Mandaue City, Cebu, Philippines, and many others. Saint Joseph, the foster father of Jesus and the Blessed Virgin Mary's husband, is one of the most loved and powerful saints of the Church. As the guardian and protector of the Holy Family, Saint Joseph was entrusted by God with the greatest of responsibilities, earthly provision for the Son of God incarnate and the Immaculate Conception, a very noble task indeed. Because of his faithfulness to this responsibility, he is one of the greatest intercessors in heaven, a supreme model for doing God's will in humility, faith, and obedience. His mission continues in heaven as the patron and protector of the Universal Church. The Feast. The Catholic Church officially celebrates Saint Joseph twice in the liturgical year. March 19 commemorates his vocation as the Blessed Virgin Mary's husband, and May 1 his vocation as a worker and provider. Why this second feast day? Why is his role as a humble carpenter something to be celebrated over 2,000 years later? Saint Joseph's most obvious mark in salvation history was his foster father's role to Jesus and husband to Mary. In this vocation, he served those he loved with all his heart and strength. But it is also his humility and loving diligence as a hard-working yet poor provider that serves as an example to all who work to fulfill a vocation or provide for a family. Saint Joseph is also a model of trust in God. In spite of the fact that he could not completely understand God's will, we know that he listened to God's voice. In taking the pregnant Mary as his wife, and later in abandoning his home to flee into Egypt, he shows us the importance of pure obedience to God's call. Imagine where we would be had he not listened. Pope Pius XII declared the feast day of Saint Joseph the Worker in 1955 as a response to the increasingly communist climate of the time. It served as a reminder to the faithful of the true dignity and value of work for human beings, and the role of our labor in sanctifying us and in glorifying God, with Saint Joseph as our model. Among other things, Saint Joseph is also the patron saint of workers, laborers, and of social justice. Prayer to Saint Joseph the Worker. Last but not least, Pope St. John XXIII wrote the following prayer to Saint Joseph the Worker. O glorious Joseph, who concealed your incomparable and regal dignity of the custodian of Jesus and of the Virgin Mary under the humble appearance of a craftsman and provided for them with your work, protect with loving power your sons, especially entrusted to you. You know their anxieties and sufferings because you yourself experienced them at the side of Jesus and of his mother. Do not allow them, oppressed by so many worries, to forget the purpose for which they were created by God. Do not allow the seeds of distrust to take hold of their immortal souls. Remind all the workers that in the fields, in factories, in mines, and in scientific laboratories, they are not working, rejoicing, or suffering alone, but at their side is Jesus, with Mary, his mother and ours, to sustain them, to dry the sweat of their brow, giving value to their toil. Teach them to turn work into a very high instrument of sanctification as you did. Amen.